So I just saw Final Destination Bloodlines. If you guys haven't seen my other video where I go over the entire franchise, go ahead and watch that so you can see where I'm coming from. But I'm going to tell you my thoughts on Final Destination Bloodlines. This is coming from someone who actually likes the original movies, except 4 and 5. Those two were just not good, but I'm actually happy to say that this one was better than 4 or 5. I think the high reviews are coming from a nostalgic place of the love for the franchise overall and what it's kind of done, right? The impact these movies have had, right? People still fear driving behind log trucks. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. If you guys have not seen Final Destination Bloodlines, go ahead and watch it first and then come back to this video and we can go ahead and discuss it. I'm just going to start with the fact that Tony Todd was in this film, and this will be his final film in the franchise and in his career because unfortunately he did pass away. Now, a little bit of backstory with Tony Todd in this movie. The director actually scrapped his dialogue for the very end of his scene and kind of gave the opportunity for Tony Todd to just kind of deliver a message to his fans, and I thought that scene was done really well. It was a very bittersweet moment, but I thought it was a real nice final goodbye to the fans and to the franchise, and he kind of just dropped a little bit of wisdom, right? I don't exactly know what he said word for word, but I do know he said life is precious and that we must enjoy every moment of it. So I really felt that, and I thought that was really nice. Overall, as a movie, it was actually pretty solid. I had a great time watching it. Now, I was a bit worried because as the franchise went on, the deaths got more and more CGI and kind of goofy looking. Now, there is CGI in this movie as well with the deaths. However, I don't think it was as bad as number 5. Number 5 was just ridiculous with some of the CGI, and some of it just looked pretty bad. But this one wasn't as distracting in my opinion. Yeah, there's obvious CGI deaths, but I think it was done much better than 4 and 5. The movie definitely was entertaining. I don't know if they can keep going though, especially with that final send-off from Tony Todd. I think they might as well just end it here because really there's nowhere left to go. We've kind of seen it all. I mean, I know there's different creative ways to die and stuff like that, and they may bring back more movies, but I would honestly be okay if it just ended here. The franchise started in 2000. I thought 1 and 2 were really good. I like the practical effects. I like how grounded it was. It was still silly, but not as much. When 3 came out, it kind of got a little bit weaker than the first 2, but it was still entertaining. And then 4 and 5 were just not good. At least the last one, Bloodlines, was an entertaining movie. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's the best movie of the year or anything that stuck out like crazy so far, but I would just give it an okay rating. Now, during the movie, I thought the reveal of who JB was actually pretty cool, like the little boy from the beginning, right? So I thought that tie-in was really, really good. If you're debating whether or not to go see this at the movies or just wait for it to stream, unless you're like a hardcore Final Destination fan, you're probably just better off waiting to stream it or something like that and saving your money for the movie theaters for bigger movies, 28 Years Later, Bring Her Back. Those two are really high up on my list for theater. Now, I did want to go see this one though in theaters just because I was curious. I am a fan of the franchise, and I was curious because it was getting a bunch of good reviews. Do I rate it that highly like Rotten Tomatoes? Probably not. But it was an entertaining movie, so I give it a solid 6 out of 10. It was entertaining for what it was, but I definitely could have waited to stream it at home versus going to the movies. But it is what it is. Comment down below what you guys think of Final Destination Bloodlines. Did you like it? Do you think it's a great way to end the franchise, or do you want them to continue to make more? Comment down below what you thought, what was your favorite part, what you didn't like. I'd love to talk about it with you guys, but the next 2 movies that I'm excited to see in theaters is Bring Her Back and 28 Years Later. I have a feeling those are going to be at the top of my list for the best movies of 2025. So stay tuned and I will be talking about those 2. Also, don't forget to check out my short film coming out inspired by 28 Years Later, 28 Seconds Later. It is in Spanish, but I did subtitle it in English so you guys can all watch it. I'm excited to drop that short film and show you guys the process of what that's like. Stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you in the next one.